Hello everyone and welcome back to Foundry. So here we are, episode 2. So just to recap ever so slightly, the space station has finished upgrading, so we have to go and speak to our little friend wherever he has disappeared to. There he is. We also need to research a burner generator, which as you can see is at 42%. So at some point what we might do in this episode is kind of expand our research, because obviously the more research stations you have with resources going in, the quicker the research will progress. So we do need to kind of expand this, which is going to take a little bit of planning, but we'll move on to that a little bit further forward. Our main priority is to get a more sustainable amount of power. So the burner generators will take ignium, which we have a supply of. But first of all, let's go ahead and speak to our little friend over here and see what he has to say. So active tasks, stabilize space station. Perfect. Okay, so automated power, use the ignium in the burner generator. Perfect. So yeah, that was going to be our plan anyway, but let's have a look and see how we can better sort this production out. So probably going to have to expand a little bit, so probably spend a little bit of time digging this area out, making sure we've got a nice plentiful foundation down. We could probably do with a few more smelters, if I'm completely honest with you, especially for the ignium rods, and probably some more smelter over here as well for our plates. So I think if we go ahead and just expand this base a little bit, probably going to be the best thing to do. So let's head over here to our storage. We'll grab ourselves a load of rods. We'll grab a few of those. We'll grab a few of these plates as well. We'll grab a few of those, and then what we'll do is we'll get a load of these in production as well. So I think we won't go for the full 78 actually, to be honest. We will go for about 49. That should give us plenty. I think that should do there. We've also got mining speed being upgraded as well. So yeah, I think we'll just expand this area, make this our sort of our research section. I think that's pretty much going to be the best thing to do. We can have, I think I want to do this kind of differently to how I did it before.
That's a lot of new technology. The recently unlocked burner generator will be crucial to automate energy generation. You can send ignium ore from drone miners right into it. It's also more efficient. Our next task is a big one. It's time to make some profits. According to our corporate strategy document, there is a very simple transport robot design we can make with our limited technology. This transport bot shall be our first product. Yes, I know. We need to get it to the station to sell it. For that, we'll use shipping pads. Spaceships can land there to transport items between the planet and the station. We will need to buy our first spaceship. We still have some thermalite stored on the station, which is the galactic currency. A broken hangar? All right. We'll have to repair it before we can buy a ship. Operator, you know how station upgrades work. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's definitely changed from the last time I've played it then. We're going straight into selling stuff. That was quite far into the game beforehand. So let's have a look at these station upgrades, and we need to go for the ship hangar. So basic hangar repairs will cost 150 construction material, 10 megawatts of power required, and that's what we have, so that's fine. Station requirements, hull emergency repairs, which we've done. So yeah, we can in-queue that upgrade. We've got construction materials there, so that should be going along quite nicely. So let's go ahead and get these burner generators all up and running. We need to be using this ignium here. So we've got some from this miner, we've also got this miner here, so it might be worth, as we've just run out of power, we need to kind of be quick with this situation. Where is the best place to put this? Possibly over here, I think. I did build this little area, but I can't exactly, I think that was for the burner generators actually, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and get some of these burner generators all done. We have got 6 available to craft, so we're going to go ahead and craft all 6 of those. We're going to get those in mass production, so that should be good. I think what we'll do is we'll plant another miner down. I think it's probably going to be the best thing to do. So let's go ahead and what do we need for miner? We need some plates and machinery secondary parts. So let's go ahead and grab a few more plates over here. We have plates. Okay. No, we don't have plates. I thought we had plates, but we don't. Okay, so not enough space in inventory. We'll destroy this biomass. We don't need any of that at the moment. We can probably destroy these stones as well because we don't need those. We definitely need some plates in our inventory, so we'll go for that. What we will do as well is we will swap the burner generator out for those. We don't need any decor, so we could probably destroy those. And I think what we'll do is we'll craft another one of those, and that should be good. We should be able to fit everything we need over here now. So 6, we've got the burner generators over here. So we're going to rotate 1 this way. So we'll put 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. We're also going to rotate these ones round, and we're going to put 1 there, and then 1 the rest of the build will go along here as well. And then we can have the conveyor belt kind of coming along this way is going to be the plan. So this should give us a sustainable amount of power to start with. We are also going to need some of these loaders. We'll do 20 of those. We are probably also going to need some conveyor belts, so we'll do a few of those as well. But I think that should be pretty much about spot on. So that's good. Let's go ahead and get these loaders all sorted. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put them at the start of each one. We'll go for the same in this side round. Perfect. Okay, we need to change these to intake. Perfect. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we can get our inventory up, and we can go ahead and select the miner on 8 over here. We could potentially just plop it down there. I believe that will do quite nicely, and then we can bring our belt from here. We can go out along this way, we can go to there, we can rotate this round, and we can go all the way along here as well, and there we go. That should be pretty good like that. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to grab some of this ignium from our miner. I just have to grab it from the here first. What have we got? That should be enough just to get it started, just to give us a bit of that wasn't ignium, that's xenoferrite. I knew there was going to be a time where I get this the wrong way round, and we have just got it the wrong way round. So ignium is the blue, so that's a little bit awkward. This is the ignium over here. Okay, so this is the ignium, so we could, in theory, we could go ahead, we'll block that off. We've got a miner down here, so that's pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bulk delete this lot here. What we're going to do is we're going to mine out this little section just a little bit. We're going to go 2 blocks deep. We're going to mine this out, and you'll see why I'm doing this, just because obviously they work in a vertical as well as horizontal. Okay, that's perfect. And then what we can do, get rid of this bit here, and then we will get rid of those, because we don't forget we need to link this floor here. So we can do that, and we can go ahead and pop that there. We can jump ourselves out of this little gap, and then we can get our miner just down here as well. So craft another drone miner. We can do that. We can get the conveyor belt up, and then what I think we'll do is we'll go ahead and dig out an area here. So that was a 12 by 12, so we're going to dig out a 12 by 12 here, and then this can be our sort of generator area just here. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we start here, for instance, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe that was 12. What we'll do is we'll get our foundation, and we'll just double check. Yep, that was 12. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to sort our power solution out, which is just as well because we are out of power. So we need to find ignium. So we've got technum over here, we've got xenoferrite over here. So we need to find ignium, which is the red looking resource. Now, if we open our map, we should have some ignium ore over here, which we do, but also we open up our scanner just here and we scan, it should tell us our resources. So we have some ignium all the way, not a million miles away, but over there somewhere, which is exactly where we need to go. So if we scan again, our ignium is over there. So we kind of need to build a path over to there with our foundations. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of a sticky situation because we won't be able to link our power. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make our way over there whilst digging a path. So it doesn't look too bad. As in it's not going to stick out through the ground, so that's going to be the bonus. But we need to head on over there and find our ignium, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's see if we can find where this ignium is. It is... ah, we're right above it, look. It's right down here. Okay, so that's fine. So this little path that we're building here should be adequate enough. Probably have to dig a little bit of an area out, but that's not too much of an issue at all. Okay, so let's scan again. So yeah, we're near enough there. So we are literally on top of it around about here. So we kind of need to build this area out. Gives ourselves a little bit of room to be able to kind of build our little base and little area. We want to kind of go as far down as we can so we get like the top and the bottom of the whole resource. That's kind of the plan. So if we look at our coordinates, 84 by 126 minus 47. So at the moment we are at so yeah, that's dead in the center. So yeah, about here is where we want to be. We need to dig this area right here. We need to go down to minus 47. So a little bit way down, but we're going to dig out this little area first and then just make our way down basically. And then what we can do is we can bring our resource up and we can have our burner generators situated somewhere, possibly over here. We can do like a nice little 12 by 12. Yeah, we'll probably bring it up to around this level just so we can't see them. I reckon that should be good. Yeah, so we'll do this sort of dig this out as well. We'll get our burner generators situated and then we will go from there. So let's go ahead and dig this little area out. So let's get our foundations. We're going to start over here. I think, yeah, we'll start from here. We'll go 12 that way. That's as far as we need to go. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So we'll get this area dug out. We'll get this all laid out. So this is going to be our burner generators. And then our mine is going to go just underground in that little area. We should have a nice little power station set up then. And then on our way back, we'll lay the foundations down to connect all the power up. And then what I think we'll do is we'll start making some sort of inroads into a sort of smelting factory. I think is probably going to be the best way to do it. And then we can have kind of all of the rods and everything going into storage compartments. And then we can kind of in the last series I did in early access, I did like a bus system. I'm not sure if I want to go down that route again. I kind of want to try something a little bit different, so that's pretty much what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of all of our dirt. We won't need that for a while, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but as I said, I want to do something slightly different than a normal bus system. But to start with, I think we'll just get a load of smelters down. We'll get all those, yeah, all the smelters all laid out and operational with a fair few miners, and we should be good to go. So that's going to be our 12 by 12. So yeah, 11 by 12. So that's perfect. And then we need to dig down here a little bit more. So we need to go down to 42, was it? Which is, yeah, around about here. So if we scan, it should be over here. So yeah, our mine is going to go pretty much directly underneath. So let's go ahead and get this dug out a little bit more. There we go. We can see ours and everything right. And ignium right here. So we kind of want to go down here somewhere. Right, let's just scan again, see where we are. Yeah, so smack bang here should be pretty good, to be honest with you. You can probably go down. I reckon we can go down a little bit more, to be honest. So we're going to dig this little bit out just to give us a bit more leg room. We're going to dig this one out as well, and this one. I reckon we can go down another floor just so we're getting the most amount of leg room as we can. So we're going to go like this, because as I said, the miners do work sort of vertically as well as horizontally. So if we go smack bang in the middle, we'll get the most out of our little resource node here. So that's kind of what we want to aim for. Okay, perfect. That should pretty much do round about there. So we're going to go ahead and pop a foundation there. We're going to go ahead and Gonna dig this little tunnel out here. We're gonna bring this. I want to dig that one out as well. Yeah, want to dig this little bit out. Perfect. So we'll go ahead, do that. And then we can go ahead and bring that up there, which is going to be perfect. We'll just dig this so we can climb out, and then from there what we want to do is we want to drag this out around here. Beautiful. And then drag that down there. Okay, so that should in theory have all of our power connected. It possibly might not have that connected, so we'll go ahead and put that there. We do need to not do what I've just done. We need to open that up. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the miners down there. We'll bring the conveyor belts up this way, and I think we should be all good to go from here. So we need to connect that to that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to get our miners down here. Shall we have 2 miners or just 1? I think 1 is just going to be enough, to be honest. Yeah, I think 1 miner is going to be enough to cope with what we've got. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do 2 belts, I believe. Yeah, we're going to do 2 belts as an output. We are going to then bring this out to here. We're going to get our conveyor belt to come up. We're going to have it go round this way. We're going to bring it up again. We're then going to bring it round and up again, or at least to there. And then from here what we can do is we can just dig this out a little bit more. We can put another incline, and then we should be able to rotate this round. I think we should rotate it round. So let's see, our burner is 4. So let's get our burners down just so we can plan this out a little bit better. Burners down here. Perfect. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to end there. 6. So we need to end up over here somewhere. So we're going to go from there around here, and we're going to go back on ourselves to this spot here. And then this guy has to come around this way. So annoying. Okay, that has to go round that way. We could potentially do it like that. No, that's not going to work. So what we can do is we can go like that. We will go up there. We will go up again. So fiddly. There we go. And then yeah, we can just link that straight to there. So that works pretty nicely actually. So now hopefully we can mine ourselves some ignium from here. We're just going to spend a little bit of time just mining a little bit of this ignium so we can get the party started. So we'll go for 60. We'll try and put 10 in each. That should get us going to at least get these miners all operational, get everything back up and running again, and we should be good to go from there. It should be self-sustainable from that. So that should do us, and then we can go ahead and fill this with foundations and make it look a little bit more presentable. So let's go ahead, fill this lot with foundations so it looks a bit more presentable. Jobs a good one. There we go. So let's go ahead and deposit 10 of these in each. So we want to go, so yeah, we'll just shove that all in there. That should be fine. That should pretty much get us flowing anyway. Shouldn't take us too long to fill this up. Nope, here it comes, flying straight out. All of this should kind of fill up. That will fill up relatively quickly, and then the rest of them should all fill up as well, so we should be good. Yeah, they're all filling up quite nicely, so that's good. That's what we like to see. Perfect. Okay, so that's all self-sustainable now, and hopefully now what we need to do is just follow this around and link this all up. So that should link everything else up, and we should have power. We don't have power. Okay, so why don't we have power? I bet you I haven't linked this here, and this is a thing I meant by sort of make sure you have your foundations all linked together, because that way it should power everything. So yeah, we've got everything all powered up, but that's all good. That's all good. Okay, so now we need to kind of make some inroads. We've got our smelters here, we've got some smelters here all going into storage, so that's good. We have, yeah, them ones there. These ones are all going to be for our research, which I think we should spend a little time. I'm probably going to demolish all of this quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and kind of lay it out a little bit better than what it is now. But I do want to get some research towers, kind of research servers kind of crafted. So I'm thinking about possibly doing 10. So we'll do 9. We've got one over there. We're probably going to need a few smelters and a few assemblers as well. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to have this one miner. We're going to have 4 smelters going along there, each going into their own assembler, and then yeah, they'll all go into the assembler. We'll do the same for this side. We'll have 4 smelters going into 4 assemblers to make machine parts, and then yeah, 4 smelters into rods, and then we'll have another 4 assemblers over here going to our research stations. I think that's probably going to be the thing to do. So I'm going to quickly snap and do that, and then I'll show you how it all looks after. Okay, so here we are all set up. So I've got my Technum over here, my xenoferrite, coming into 4 smelters each. Obviously we've got plates and we've got rods. Plates are a little bit on the slower side, that's not a problem. And then we've got all of our assemblers here. So our first lot of assemblers are doing our machine parts, then it's going into these assemblers here, which are for the science pack 1. So we've got some outputs here on our second lane loaders. First lane, we've got our machine parts going in that way. We've got our rods going into the back here. We probably need to get another okay, so that's fine. Yeah, it's just a little bit on the slow side for our smelters, which yeah, isn't too much of an issue. We can sort that out as and when. And then over here we have our researchers. So I went for 12 altogether just to make it a nice even row. All we need to do is now hook up these belts over to here and we should be good to go. So we're going to come out of camera mode. There we are. And we're going to go ahead and get our belts, and we're going to hook all this up. So we're going to go round this way. Yeah, we're going to go round to here. We're going to loop it back round on itself, but trying to make a little bit of a gap for any other loaders we need. We don't want to do that. Definitely need to sort my hotbar out because it's getting a little bit annoying. So we should be good to go pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna have to come around this way like this, just to give ourselves a little bit more room, and we can end it there. Now we should have science packs coming out of here, loading all of these up. We've got 11 in there, and then our research should now fly up. As you can see, it's so much more quicker than it was before. Just need to wait for these science packs to go through, fill up our stock a little bit more. So I think as well, they have limited the amount of resources in. You can manually put them in, but looking at these, it's like limiting to 3 or whatever reason it is limited to 3. I think we definitely might need another miner over here supplying this belt. Might be a good idea. I think probably have to get a balancer in here as well. The xenoferrite takes a little bit more resources than the technum does, so I think just to be on the safe side, we should go ahead and do that. We're going to grab a loaders, we're going to grab a balancer as well, so we will get that all done. We already have a miner actually. Got one right here, so that is handy. And then what we can do is we can put a balancer in here somewhere. Oh, we've got another notification from C3 Bob or whatever his name is. I can never remember the name, to be honest. We're going to go for default. We're going to go ahead and grab this one, and we're going to put it over here. So what we could potentially do is swap this over a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. We're going to get rid of these, get rid of this one, and then we're going to put another loader. Yeah, we're going to do another exit this way. We're going to bring this around, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get to our conveyor balancer. We're going to put that right there, and hopefully now that should prioritize the output over to this way. That should just speed up the process a lot more. Nearly got mining drill speed done as well. Let's have a look and see what else we can research as well. So we might as well get all of this. Well, we do need the transport bot assembly and shipping. Some stairs would be nice, and just some extra resources as well. We might as well go for this one next. And then we'll go ahead and just do them all. We'll get all of these tier 1 done first. Research queue full, and then on to science pack 2s as well. But we won't go into that just yet. Let's see what our little friend wants our attention for, wherever he has disappeared to. Seems like he's done a runner on me again. Ah, there you are. Automated power. We have done. So our new task is expand the smelters.
Okay, math genius. If it takes 8 small smelters to fill up a conveyor belt, then we'll build 8 for each metal ore.
Well, we've already completed that task, so we'll skip right through that one.
A good supply of plates and rods. But given the task at hand, soon we might have to scale it up even further. For now, let's not get ahead of ourselves and just take a moment to celebrate this victory.
Okay, so our tasks at hand, let's get back to them. So research, transport, bot assembly and shipping, which we are doing, and we need to buy a small cargo ship. So place a shipping pad and then configure the shipping pad to deliver transport bots to the station. So let's have a look and see what we have here. So we haven't got any ships, so let's buy one. So we want a small cargo ship. So 3000 F, and we have 10,000 spare. So we're just going to call that pounds because I am from the UK and not sure what currency F is, but we're going to go for this one. So we are going to purchase that. Is it worth buying another one? We don't know, but we're going to buy one anyway. Assign task planetary shipping. I think that was the one. Configure the shipping pad to deliver transport bots to the station. Okay, maybe we should just wait until we have a shipping pad available. We probably should make some room for our shipping pad. Our space station's here, or the control for the space station's here, so this is probably a little sensible place to put it, really, isn't it? So let's just expand this out a little bit. That was a bit too far. Make it all level and uniform. Okay, so we're gonna just dig down another one, lay our floor down. Oh yeah, this mining drill speed has definitely sped things up a lot, which is good because we're going to have to do a lot of mining drilling, which is one of the more laborious tasks of this game. But we have made pretty light work of that. Now we have our upgrade. So hopefully we've got enough foundations. We haven't. We'll craft a few more of those. And we also need the shipping pad. So 20 by 13 by 10. So fairly big then. Fairly big indeed. So 20 by 13 by 10. Yeah, that's quite a big gap. Looks like we're going to have to mine out a little bit more. So what have we got here? So we've got 7. Okay. So 7, 8, 9. 10 that I think should be 20, so we're going to get rid of that and we are going to extend this over here. 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. Okay, so that should be 20, and then we need to do 13 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be 13. Well, that should be 12 including that one. So yeah, so we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig that out of there now. That's 20. I believe it's going to be around about here. Perfect. Okay, so let's get this dug out, get our foundations down, and let's get this thing set up, shall we? Okay, so there we go. We are ready to put our shipping pad down. So let's go ahead, pop it down, see how it looks. We are going to go for, yeah, right there. That looks pretty good. We've got some conveyor belt entries right there, which is perfect. So now we need to task the small cargo ship with planetary shipping, apparently. So let's have a look at this. So planetary shipping, that one is done. So configure the shipping pad to deliver transport bots to the station. Transport wares from the factory to the space station. Transport bot. Okay, confirm. Choose the minimum amount to transport, 25. Minimum amount of items, blah blah blah, 25. Confirm. So construct the sales platform on the space station.
We can convert an old hangar to a sales platform from which passing traders and customers will be able to buy our product. Once built, we need to enable sales through the station command menu, and then we wait. You'll be notified about sales every hour. Okay, so it looks like we have a brand new task at hand, but let's go ahead and finish off our queue for Science Pack 2, and then I think, yeah, we'll do that. So that can be researching, and I guess now we need to set up some automated production, possibly over here somewhere, for our transport bots, start earning some real cash. But I think that is a good place to leave that episode, and
and we've got some more information from C33, so we'll have a look at that at the beginning of the next episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe as well to follow me on my journey on my new updated playthrough of Foundry. It's been Kryptonite here, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.